All right, so lots of work happening. You guys know I don't worry about weeds. We just grow and push them out. And so I've started planting this area out more. I put a tomato in here. We put marjoram in here. Lots of medicinals going in here. I did a California poppy. And so I'll keep weeding around those and putting some straw down, but I'm not like weeding. The way you get rid of weeds with permaculture is you push them out. The weeds are there just to fill space, and so we fill it with things we want to use. That's garlic chives. Then these beds are going up, and so I finally got the vision. It took me a long time. I was having a hard time just figuring out where I want things, but now we have the chicken coop here and the chickens. And so these gardens, for now, they're going to go like this. And there's an apple tree there and a pear here. So it'll be sandwiched in between those. And then this fire pit's going to get shifted a little over here with rocks. And then that side where I had some garden beds, all those are coming over here. So we're just going to keep that kind of clean. So my husband has a good view from his office. Look at those windows. And it doesn't have to look at what can get messy as a garden. And that keeps the food like right here, right? Zone 1. We call that in permaculture, right by your house. And then on my way to the chickens, right, it's going to eventually spread all the way down. And that way I can grab scraps for them. I can make a quick basket of scraps if I'm cleaning out the gardens, take it right to the chickens. So this for now, like I said, it's going to go around just this front area to start. Eventually I'll expand it, but not this year. It's going to be raised beds. I'm not going to plant anything up against the house right now because we have to paint the house. And so I'll leave that space, but that's probably going to be some sort of berry bushes. Blueberries I've been trying and they don't do well there, but they might once I get more gardens in here. So something like that. And then there's going to be 3 towers out here on a platform. So they will sit on a platform. They'll stay there permanently. And I'm going to make a trellis and grow the squash. So I haven't decided where exactly I want the towers yet. But the way you fill these, I fill them with firewood. Okay, so hardwood logs. And then I am doing soil conditioner. And this is just because this is the easiest. Organic soil conditioner, which is like trees and stems and things, and it's supposed to soften soil if you have clay, but it's very stemmy, like very mulchy in there, so you don't use it as compost. And so that's going in, and then I'm doing a layer of chicken manure from our old chicken coop, and then I'm doing compost, and I'm just doing cow manure. And then I got a couple of topsoils to mix in there as well. This area, again, this is the year to get the trees established and the bushes. And so, and some of the medicinal herbs. So I've got this, like this, look right here, just right here. This is wild bergamot, bee balm, some self-seeded. This is why we grow with hydroponics, guys. This was some self-seeded Chinese cabbage, bok choy, just stuff off the towers that went to seed. See all those bug holes? Look at this one, same plant, no bug holes. This is why we grow with hydroponics. So down here, some flowers, strawberries. This is my lavender that's actually blooming. I'm so excited about that. More strawberries, greens, some mustard greens, all this stuff wild seeded. Some comfrey, not comfrey, some yarrow here, doing really well. And that's elecamp, and this kind of goes around, and I've got more herbs in there. And what I'm doing is I'm going to expand this bed at least 2.5 feet out. So these are bigger plants. The edge plants need to be like the strawberries and the green onions, and they'll come out this way. And that was intentional. This is what it is right now. In the fall, it will extend out, and so we'll have more space there. I did some more herbs here to fill this space in. There's some mushrooms popping off. I did put peppermint in this garden, which obviously peppermint takes over, and it has taken over. So the way you handle that, it was intentional for ground cover, and it actually keeps deers away. Okay, so they don't like the peppermint, and so they won't go near these plants. But there's a serviceberry there. I have my giant apple tree. I have my peonies here. There's blueberry here. This is a wild plum or a wild cherry. That is a tree right there. So I'm not worried about the peppermint right now. It won't last. Right now, it won't be able to survive with all these trees, right? It was just a temporary ground cover. Some of it'll survive, which is great. I eat a lot of peppermint. But I don't have to worry about it like taking over. It'll just get pushed out. But I do have things like chamomile. I want to have a little space. So what I do is I come in and clear out around the herbs I want to get established here. And then we chop and drop this. So that's what I did. We make compost out of it. Just like that. It's building soil, and this area needs significant help building soil. And so we use that peppermint to our advantage. So again, don't stress over weeds. Just use them. And, I say weeds in the sense of something that is growing where you want something else. Just get it away from your plants and let your other plants take over. Like right here, this is a lot of peppermint. But I have comfrey here. And that comfrey will win. Ooh, and I have strawberries right here. I'm going to move a lot of these strawberries. The strawberries were a temporary ground cover. When we first moved here, the intention was never to grow strawberries here. So I'll be moving a lot of those. But for now, we're going to take these and we're going to build soil. Okay? Pull these out. Let that strawberry have a little more space. Build soil. Ooh, look at that one. I pulled it out, so we'll go ahead and transfer this one. Okay, and everything's sort of a mess because of the garage, but we're getting progress. It has drywall, it has electricity halfway, it has windows. Let me show you some of the herbs I got. We have burdock root, we have artichokes, holy basil. This is anise hyssop, astragalus. I'm probably saying that wrong. Astragalus, wild chicory, valerian root, burdock, St. John's wort, motherwort, bee's friend, lobelia. Broadleaf plantain. I bought like a kit from Azure that had medicinals. I wouldn't have gotten broadleaf because we grow that. Calendula, that just grows wild here. Bee's friend. That's that astragalus. Probably saying that wrong. Nasturtiums. These are burdock root, and these are chicory and feverfew. So really great selections. All my tower stuff. I'll go through that when I get them in for you guys. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Over here, these two towers have not been doing well still, so I added nutrients to them. I'm wondering if because they both didn't do well, and I put them both in at the same time. These peas were started at the same time as the ones behind them, right? They were put in a week later, so they were a little stressed, but should not be this far off. So I added nutrients, like all of this stuff just doesn't look great. And I'm going to just keep an eye on them. And these are doing amazing. Cool thing with hydroponics, guys, they come back. That's the cool part. If something's not right, it's so forgiving. And then when you get it right, it just does amazing. The parsley is doing amazing. I just can't even with the parsley. I love it so much. Peas are starting to bloom. Peas are trellising where they should be. Kind of feel like it's late in the season for the peas. I will tell you, we had an earthquake. I don't know if you guys heard about the earthquake, but we had an earthquake. We have the cicadas out right now. The earthquake sounded like a train rolling down the driveway, shook the whole house. The cicadas are out. It's a little hot right now, so they're off. So weather's weird. It's super hot today. Things are wanting to bolt that typically wouldn't. Like my chicory root all bolted, so I harvested it and we're gonna eat it that way. I'm gonna make something with it tonight. And yeah, this tower looks dry. The nutrients are off in this tower. See that discoloration? And I don't get it, guys. Like, I grow it, look at here. And I need to add nutrients to this one today. I'm gonna fill, actually I did yesterday, didn't I? I added nutrients to that one yesterday. Things are just off. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I have never had issues where towers look like this or with nutrients. Sometimes I'll have nutrient issues because I just forgot to put nutrients in them. But I would not have forgotten at the scale. Like, I am 99% sure I put them in here, but then something's off. Like this one, let me see, is this tank half full? Yeah, it's half full. It's almost empty. That can happen. The nutrients can get off as they get emptier. But I just have never had issues like I'm having this year. And I think it's our weather. Our weather is wonky. So keep that in mind, guys. Weather changes, causing issues. Like lettuce, look at this, lettuce is dying. What is that? Lettuce never dies in my towers. Now, I will say these are those starts from True Garden. I do not like those starts that were in the soil things, the cocoa cores. None of his plants did well for me. So I will not be buying those ever again. This is another one. We'll harvest this stuff. Yeah, a lot of this stuff just needs to go and we need to start fresh. But look at this. Nutrient issues. It's wild. Never had that. I've had it every once in a while. It's his thing again too. It's one of his starts. I've never had nutrient issues where it's more than one tower. It's usually one tower and I did something wrong. I just forgot to give them nutrients. There's something else going on. Like whether it's the water, the rain, not sure. This is cilantro. All these cilantros are wanting to go to seed. Let me take these out. Chipping away, chipping away. Got some turnips in here. So that's good news. Celery's doing beautiful. I'm just going to harvest all the cilantro is going to seed. I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of that. Process it today, juice it. Nutrients. The weather is feels like Florida, another one of those starts. See, that's not what lettuce does. That's terrible. All right, so looking at a lot of this, a lot of it needs to be harvested. I'm gonna do a bulk juice. We're taking a little trip. I'm gonna bulk juice and take it on the trip with me. So like all of this needs to come out. I'm gonna harvest these tonight when it cools off. And then I will pressure wash the tower with the stuff in it and just avoid the plants. Just give it a quick freshening and then I'm just gonna replant it. We're just gonna keep going, right? I'm not gonna skip a beat, but I need green onions right now. So let's do green onions. And I wanna take some of these on my trip, so I'm only gonna harvest what I need and then I'll harvest the rest right before we leave. All right, I brought the lettuce in and the greens. A lot of food is ready. I think we're just turning over into like official summer and it snuck up on me. I have a lot of starts. So I'm just gonna, over the next 4 days, harvest and process a lot of food and take it with us. And replant. It's replant time, I guess. I didn't realize how many things were done. All right, I'm gonna make the salad for tonight. I'm going to make this Asian pasta salad. So I got the green onions. I'm gonna go back out and get a Purple Lady bok choy. And then I'm gonna add some zucchini I have in the fridge. And that's it. I'll show you the rest of this recipe. It's super simple. We eat this one a lot. And it's just some pasta the kids didn't eat. So I'm recycling it into a delicious veggie meal. Hi, Delilah. The porch is looking beautiful. Took those screens off that were destroyed. They pretty much they were on their way out before the hurricane, and then that just did it. And I neglected it. Oh no, this is arugula going to flower. All right, see, we need to do some harvesting. This is fine. I will juice this, but I have more arugula out there that I don't want to go to flower. Ay, caramba. Ah, all of it. Man, the seasons, they just change so fast. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, Purple Lady Bok Choy. Which one do we want to get? I think what I'm going to do, some of these have multiples. I think I'm going to find the biggest one that has a multiple. Got lots of strawberries ready too. Oh man, they're good. So good. And the strawberries on the towers look good. They're not producing yet. I got one. But the plants look good. You really should do strawberries from seed. But I didn't. And, you know, again, we're surviving until this garage is ready. And we're just like redoing all our systems. So I'm glad I have these. They just take longer when you do them from bare root. It takes time for those roots to establish. But, you know, there's hope because with all these new gardens next year, really honing in some of my edge plants, expanding this space and getting those trees really established. We've got the perimeter food forest wall, more towers coming. Like, we're doing okay. For sure. All right, how do we get in here, though? Let's see. I just want to see if there's anything that absolutely needs to be harvested. This one probably does right here. Okay, and that leaves 2 on that one. And you know what I'm going to do? The reason is I want to take these on my trip. And I want to do a big harvest all at once. I just don't want to harvest these right now fully. My reasoning's not valid, but as a content creator, I really want to harvest these when I can film it and show the beauty. And I can't do that right now. So I'm just going to take one more. Actually, I'm just going to take the leaves of some of these. Oh, look, there's a strawberry right there. So let's take that leaf and give that strawberry more space. All right, that's enough for our salad. Whew, those onions are sharp. So I was watching Jess over at Roots and Refuge last night. And she was talking about overwhelm and kind of the abundance coming in and, you know, where you've got all these chores as the seasons turn and it's time to get new things in. And I was thinking, I don't have that right now. Everything's just rolling along. And then I go out there and it's changed like that. And they're a little bit ahead of us because they're warmer weather. But it's so true. Like it just shifted. Oh, there's a burn in my eyes. It shifted so fast. And now all those cool weather crops, they do not want to be out there anymore. They are done. And it is time for the tomatoes and the peppers and the warm weather crops. And I ain't got time. So one little project at a time. I'm gonna make this salad and fuel myself up. When it cools off, I'm gonna go harvest some food and evaluate how much the towers need to be cleaned so that I can plan to start that project tomorrow. I only have until Monday to get it done because it has to be done before we head out on a little trip. All right, so unfortunately the zucchini did not make it. It was frozen. I had a zucchini in the fridge, so I'm not gonna add that. I'm just gonna add this Purple Lady Bok Choy, all these green onions, and we're gonna toss in some sesame seeds. I already put sesame seed oil in here. I like sesame seeds. We're gonna add a lot of those. Give it a toss. All right, I'm gonna mix in some aminos. I added a little Bona Fortuna olive oil. All right, let's taste it. It's beautiful. It really needs carrots. It needs carrots. But I don't feel like doing carrots. So maybe later I'll add carrots. Right now, I'm gonna sit and enjoy this pasta and wrap my brain around the fact that we have a lot of gardening work to do in the very, very near future. Lots of chores. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.